So new employees can feel completely lost in their jobs, almost like they're being ignored by the other coworkers there. Mostly because you might actually be replacing somebody who quit or was just recently fired. So all their work has been handed off to all the other coworkers, so just completely doubled what they were trying to do. And mostly coworkers are just so slammed with what they're doing that they have no time to train you. The problem with that is you're actually there to help. So they're hurting themselves because you're now being held back because you're not receiving the right amount of training that you deserve. Typically, the first 3 4 months, you really don't get that much work just because you don't have either access to some computer programs or you don't have the skills yet. And so you're just kind of handed off training manuals, training videos that, if you can't sleep at night, that's basically what you should read to sleep at night. Um, and the bad thing is this changes, your sense of importance at your company, makes you feel like you're almost not even valid there. So I compiled 3 tips that might help this process of growing on the fast lane a little bit when you're just starting out within your first 3 or 4 months. Complete the work that you do as early as possible. Right when you get into work, think about things that you're doing while you're driving to work, so I can get all the stuff done within the first 3 4 hours of your shift. And that way you can actually maybe spend lunch or after lunch or whatever your last 4 hours working with somebody new every day. Maybe you can set a schedule with somebody, say, hey, will you work with me on something that I don't know how to do, this Thursday or this Friday or something like that, just so it's already set. Next thing you can do is you can actually sit down with your boss and say, hey, the work that I'm doing, I feel like I could be challenged a little bit more. So will you give me something new that maybe will keep my interest in this job? Maybe you can allow me to go visit another department or go on a field trip or something along those lines. Third thing is also you need to take the initiative to get to know your co-employees. Don't let them just come to you and say, and try to, have them get to know you. Go back to that fine line of, that employee friendship, versus regular friendship. That can cause a lot of issues and a lot of, I'm just going to go to this one person because I don't trust anybody else in the office, and that can create a lot of animosity between others. But build a working relationship to establish a trust factor amongst your others. And the moral of this is take an initiative to learn what you're doing every day. Take the initiative to get to know your coworkers on a little bit more personal level, just so they establish that trust level with you. And remember that training videos, and waiting on other people to train you is just going to hold you back in your position.